everyone. Welcome to the Positively Crafting Podcast.
Not positively knitting?
No.
How many times have I said that wrong?
I know, even after. I just changed it. So, my husband is starting to venture into this podcasting, vlogging world.
Yes,
right?
I am.
So we sat here and we recorded one of
We
his.
just did one.
Yeah, and it talked about what goes on at his work and, right?
Yeah.
What you see in
what I see and what we hear.
Yeah.
And just to bring a little bit more to the table, if anybody's a newsie, they can really watch and kind of hear a little bit about what goes on behind the scenes.
So we just finished that. And
Done.
Yeah, that was long. So hopefully this won't be as long because I have things to do. You've seen that, Brandon.
So do I. I want to work on the car.
Oh, God,
Saturday.
You didn't even talk about the car on yours, so don't bring it up on my real.
Well, this is about crafting.
Crafting is true. That is true.
Automotive is crafting.
It is true. I give you that. Okay? That's all you get. Okay, so this week I have been, busy. Not busy. Yeah, kind of busy, right? But last weekend we went to Primitive Gatherings.
Yes, we did.
And I totally forgot to pick you guys up something, and I think that is because my husband put it best, was that we were pretty underwhelmed this time.
It was, I don't know what it was this time. Last time we went, maybe it was the adventure of going.
No, it was, they changed a lot of things in the store. They must have switched out fabric, and I know they switched out quilts, so they changed some things, and it just wasn't as primitive-y.
But, I don't know if we want to bring this up.
Totally, we could bring it up.
We went to another place, I don't know if it was last week or the week before, in Simi Valley. I forgot the name of it already.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't remember.
Simi Valley. And she was really, really cool.
It's a small quilt shop.
Very small
like
quilt
a strip
shop.
mall in Simi Valley. And it would be so cute if we lived locally. But the reason that we were going to Simi Valley was because I've been on the lookout for a bias binding maker. A binding maker.
Yes.
And
not a person.
Not a person, right? Normally it's me.
Yeah,
for my quilts,
Nicole
for my
was the bias
aprons,
binding
for my business ventures, for just everything. Because I there was one out. I saw it in Joann's like last year or sometime summer, and it was on super duper sale, and I did not pick it up. And that's because it's not out there anymore. And I looked on eBay. They want crazy money, and even on Craigslist they want like.
So there was this lady.
180 or something like that.
Yeah, well, no, we didn't buy from her.
We didn't, but they wanted like 180 and up.
And so this lady had what I would say a reasonable price. I mean, it wasn't cheap. Don't get me wrong.
$80.
Can we say that?
Yeah.
So it was $80.
I'm in the.
And I just I saw it. I said, Nikki, is this what you want? So right away I text her. Very positive person. Very happy. Even you could read it in the text.
Very nice.
Like right out the box. Done deal, great.
I'll take the listing down.
Right, I'll take the listing down because I said, look, we can't get there till the weekend. This was during the week. And so she took the listing down right away, and she gave me the address, not a problem. And, it was a store, so I mean, and then I don't want to say have strangers come to your house from Craigslist. But, she was right away, just like, here, this is it. And we showed up, and she was a really nice person.
Nice lady.
Very
and
nice
she had bought the maker and a couple of extra bias tape makers, and she
gave it to everything.
She gave us everything because she just never got around to using it. So it was great. And then after that we went to, because we were in Simi Valley, what was it? Not Camarillo. What was it?
Where did we go after?
I don't know.
It was Oxnard. Ventura, Oxnard.
Okay, there was a quilt show.
I forgot about the quilt show.
How could you forget about the quilt show? Because we didn't.
Yeah.
So we went to a quilt show, and but we thought it was super close. I was under the impression that it was super close. It was like an hour and a half drive from where we were.
But it was nice.
It was a nice day. It was a nice day. It was a nice drive. It was a nice quilt show.
Yeah, and if you're in California, I mean, you know the area.
That area. Well,
but if you're any place else,
it's
always a great way to get other people in your family involved. Is to say, hey, it's a nice drive. We'll get something to eat.
That's him. I couldn't care less about going. But we did, and I bought stuff. And one of the things that I bought, as soon as we walked in.
You were like a kid in a candy store. I know happy wife, and you know any good spouse will know their spouse's spousal
significant others,
mate signs, and you know I can tell like when we're looking at things, you know, and I'll say, oh, do you like this? And yeah, you know, no, she really doesn't, and. She was like a kid. She walked in that door. And that was the thing, too. Also, super positive experience. Very happy. We went from that really cool quilt store to this place. Went in through the exit.
Because we couldn't find
the front door.
It was like for the, you know, special disabled people and, you know, older people.
Yeah.
We were like, where's the front?
Where's
they were like,
front?
no, come on in.
Yeah, come on in. Don't worry about it. Yeah,
like,
give us the money. It turned out that those people didn't even work there. No, I'm joking. And but so then we were like in the back, so we didn't go through the front, so we kind of were like right into the meat of the quilt show. And this one,
as soon as you walk into the left, it was the guild that was sponsoring the show. They had a bazaar or a booth, but it was like really a wall. It was great, like an area of people would bring stuff from their homes, old quilt books, fabric, all kinds of wonderfulness, and they would price it to sell. So I bought this beautiful basket right here.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, super cool. $7.
That made it even cooler.
It was awesome, right? I bought some fabric. I bought like at least a yard of wool for $1. Do you know how much wool costs? I got 3 yards of fabric for $1.50. Like, it was just crazy. I'm just putting stuff. And then they're like, oh, you want us to hold this? So you never really know how much you have, right? Which is very smart.
Very clever.
And then I got a couple of patterns, and everything is away. And because I wasn't planning on doing a podcast now, but I'm made up, sitting on the couch.
Because we did a podcast.
Yeah, so I'm just talking to you guys. And it's been a week, so that was a great experience. And then, so that was the week before last. Last weekend we went.
We're not done with the quilt show.
Oh no, I'm pretty much done.
No.
We're done with the quilt show.
We saw some really cool quilts.
We did.
They
were
we
great.
actually ran into somebody we know.
Yes.
And we invited somebody.
I'm like,
we
we're
know.
done. He's like, no, we're not.
We
My
invited somebody.
podcast.
We invited somebody we knew that didn't want to go, but then was
she
like, why didn't you go?
Terry watches this podcast.
Well, then you know who I'm talking about. And
she
was more than welcome. It would have been.
There was a miscommunication, so we worked that out. God.
All right, let's get to the important stuff.
Okay.
They had a chocolatier there, and yes, I said it quietly because I know.
A chocolatier.
Yes.
It sounded like you said they had a chocolate tiara. I was like,
that was you.
Ah.
No, they had a chocolate.
Chocolatier, a chocolate maker.
Don't know who that person was. Not giving them crazy props, but. It was crazy.
It was good chocolate. Okay, so that was last.
And then mediocre food at the pier. That was it. That was last week.
My salmon sandwich was really good. It was really good. Okay, anyways. So then we went to Primitive Gatherings last weekend, and it was all right. It was good to hang out with Terry and my husband and sit at the macaroni grill and.
Yes, we like the macaroni grill.
Eat the food.
Yes, we did.
And Terry did some damage. She got a big bag.
She always does.
Yeah, she did.
Always.
She did, and I was being pretty bossy at the at Primitive Gatherings because she held back a book by a Japanese designer named Yoko Saito, and the book was like $39, right? Totally worth the investment. You don't really find it very often. She loved the book, but she had like all these pumpkin patterns because we're on a pumpkin kick.
Yes, we.
Yeah,
well, we are.
And
we are.
And I'm like, well, the patterns are $8, $10, and I was like, well, you don't need this, you don't need that. I just bought Thimble Berries or Thimble Blossoms pumpkin pattern from the quilt show for 50 cents. So anyways, I held back enough of her stuff to where she could stay within her budget and get that book from Yoko Saito. I was excited because she's going to make some awesome stuff with it.
Great. Yeah, like the reviews just from the people there.
They
were very much like,
and you
don't have this?
It's completely worth it because since she has gotten the book and it's been a week, she's been looking at it and loving it and drooling over it. So it's completely worth it. Sometimes you really have to splurge on yourself. I thought this man was gone.
Can I go pay
the gardener?
Can I go pay that?
Yeah, go pay the gardener.
Okay.
Good.
Sit
Maybe I can finish the podcast.
No, don't finish it.
Without interruption. Okay. Okay, so now he's gone. So, that was great. This week, though, I am determined to come and use my stash because I have so much fabric, you guys. It's getting kind of crazy. Kind of like the yarn, right? But while we were driving to Primitive, I really brought stuff to knit on the socks, and I also bought little something to crochet on. I never got around to that, but I didn't because I was too busy running my mouth. But this week I did manage to knit a little more on my baby sock, and this thing is super duper tiny. Look at it, you guys. Isn't it the cutest thing ever? It is tiny. My friend Diana sent a message on the Ravelry board, and she said that it's really tiny. It looks to be really tiny, and it is, but this ribbon is awesome, and it stretches a lot. I also got to the point where I put in the waist yarn. The solid orange line is the waist yarn, and I knit 20, because you're supposed to knit 20 rows after, and now I'm ready to do the toe, but it's like decreases, so I have to concentrate, and I haven't been able to concentrate on it. I'm loving this yarn. I'm loving the yarn and the needles, and it's just the cutest project, and yeah, it's taking me a while to do it, but the baby isn't due till November, and hey, it'll happen when it happens, right? I think I have totally discovered that I am a process knitter and not a product knitter. I want to do it when I want to do it, and the thing I love about knitting is that it's always there for me when I'm ready for it. And of course, I have my favorite Knitting's My Bag. She had an update. I need to start reposting those. She had an update, so you guys go to knittingsmybag.com.
Ooh, Lois.
Yeah, and check, because she's making bags. She has bags with zippers and stuff. I didn't get anything this time because I've been really bad with the buying of the fabric.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
Okay.
So, what else do I have in here? I still
Did
have...
you do the watch thing yet?
Not yet. Because I was talking about knitting. You see the baby sock? Isn't it cute?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Whose baby is that?
Stephanie's baby.
Stephanie, I
Our
love.
baristas. Yes.
Okay.
She's expecting her first baby. And I'm excited for her. Okay. Now you want to talk about, me. I think we should talk about what's on my lap. So, about 2 months ago, Instagram is the devil. The devil.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. So, I was looking and searching and whatever. I came across this lady who sells these awesome these awesome needles to weave fabric with. Okay? The lady's name on Instagram is T_JAYE. She also has a couple of YouTube tutorials on how to use these needles to do your fabric weaving. And I saw her product. I went to her blog because I think her blog is tj.com. I will link to all this stuff. And I watched her tutorials, and then finally I was like, she put something up on Instagram. I followed her, but she put like something, and I totally liked it. And I went and bought these needles. These needles were $10, right? What?
I was going to say, they look like watch bands.
They look
when
like...
I saw them, I was like, what's this funky watch band?
And it's, okay, well, now it's May. Well, it's May, right? And it is May. And there's this thing going on in Instagram land called, it's like Makers May, where you support independent business by buying something from them, which is like Knitting's My Bag. She's a completely independent business. Or you knit a pattern from an independent person, or you buy their needles. So, but I have bought these already, and there's a guy on Instagram named Mr. Domestic. Search it in Instagram. He makes some beautiful stuff with these things. There are a lot of things that people make with these fabric weaving needles, and I keep seeing them. I'm like, I need to use them. Finally, last week, it was like the stars aligned, because to make these things are made with basically bias strips or binding strips. And guess what?
We have a bias.
Yeah!
Did we talk about that?
Yeah, we did. So last week I was like, I got to do it. I just need to do it. So I sat down. I had my poster board, which I've had for 2 months too. And
wasn't that like a kid's project or something that went awry?
No, it wasn't.
Okay, never
I
mind.
bought. No. Okay. So I bought it. Or I bought it on my poster board. I set it in here, and I got my pants because this is what you need. I was going off the tutorial. The only thing I didn't do was she said that you should use some fusible webbing at the bottom. Well, under your binding strips and on top of your poster board before you get started. You guys, trust me, do what she says and not as I did, because I made it hard for myself. I won't
Been
be doing
there.
it. I won't
Not
be-
with that project, but I
Right.
have been there.
Right. So, anyways, went on Pinterest. This is how complicated I was making it for myself. I went on Pinterest and I pinned a whole lot of different weaving options. Then I had to come back to myself, remember who the heck I was, and also remember that
You never lost touch.
I know, right? But anyways, and remember that this is my first time giving these things a try. It's my first time doing any fabric weaving. I don't want to do anything too intricate because I would be totally upset if it doesn't come out right. And then why should I be upset if it doesn't come out right? Because it's my first time doing it. Like all of that, I gotta
It's a tough road, and I'm sure all the crafters that are out there have been in that situation.
Like it's
or-
your first time, you
Yeah.
want it to come out.
Or know somebody that's like,
yeah,
you know,
perfectly, and it doesn't, and you want to you have it do a stuffe, like and it's not
like
cool.
you get the popsicle sticks, and you want to, everybody says, what, start with the log cabin, and you're like, no, I'm going to do the Eiffel Tower,
Right.
And then you do the Eiffel Tower,
I would have
and
did the
it's
Statue of Liberty,
all
but whatever.
wonky, and
Yeah.
and then and you look at it and like junk, and everybody else is like, well,
And you're making judgments on your beautiful self, and that's not really called for when there is a learning curve with a whole lot of things in the crafting world.
Yep.
So I just went back to a basic over under weave, 1x1 weave, which is what this is, right? And as you can see, I had started cutting into
what's
it.
that big line right there?
What line? That because I just had an extra piece of dark fabric just to break it up. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
But this was like a whole cloth, a whole piece of fabric.
What is this going to be? Is this like a bib?
It's not a bib. It's what's left over after I used it.
Oh, this is leftover.
Yeah, because once
What did you make?
I made this.
Wow! Now look at that.
So,
Look at that.
speaking of the pumpkin things, right?
Yeah.
Once I got, once this was done.
I didn't know that. I really, if you're watching, you're like, no, it wasn't. I really didn't
Because he
know.
watches what I do, not even.
I-
Okay,
I-
so
I
once this
watch
was
you
done,
all
I
the
was doing the whole girl, I can't use it. First of all, if you look at the tutorials, it's like, put a ruler over and measure it. I just made sure that they were butted up against each other. I don't care if it was wonky. I'm not entering this into a contest. I want to do it and have fun with it, and I don't want to be all crazy anal about it, right? So I didn't put a ruler on there, so it's not completely straight or whatever. Now, Terry and I ordered a pattern from, I think it's called 1894 or something. I don't know, because the pattern is in there. I will put a link to the shop, because I found the shop on Instagram, right? So we ordered a pattern from this primitive designer, right? Independent designer. And it was pumpkins. We were so excited. We were waiting for
These
it.
two are like
We're pumpkin
pumpkins
crazy.
and bees lately. I don't know what that's all about.
Me either. Okay, so when we got it, I was really.
You get stung by a bee and puff up like a pumpkin.
All right. Okay.
No. Okay, sorry.
So I was really apprehensive about making a sewn pumpkin. I had never done it. There's curves involved, and then there's also some applique, which Terry is like completely about, and I was not having no part of. So on Wednesday, when I went to
My hand hurts when you just say applique and
I
Terry.
know, right? She gets down. She's like, so on Wednesday when I went for quilt day, we decided that we were going to turn
Does everybody know that?
to make a
Wednesday's
pumpkin.
birthday?
Yeah, they should, because if they watched a couple of podcasts ago, I was at her house. Well, a couple of them. I interviewed her and we did a bed turning. Those were on Wednesdays. Okay, so anyways, we decided to make pumpkins. So we were sitting there pulling fabric from her stash, which this chick, this is why another reason, she destashed some of her fabric this way. And I'm happy, and if you want to destash fabric this way, please feel free. But I'm running out of places to put it. one in the fabric that she gave me. And
We don't need a
anyways,
new mattress anymore.
we don't. Shut up.
I'm just joking.
Okay.
It's a total joke.
So we end up cutting out the pieces, and Terry, she like almost got halfway done with all her applique and everything by the time I just left, and I sewed one thing together. Anyways, I came home, I finished it, I stuck my pumpkin, and it was great. I didn't applique anything on the, what are you laughing at, the pumpkin? You are laughing at my pumpkin. I didn't applique anything on that pumpkin, it wasn't happening, whatever.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't applique, not that pumpkin, that pumpkin.
Oh yeah,
That's
one.
a pumpkin, a big pumpkin.
That's holding up
First
the
of all, yeah,
iPad.
and the we thought the large pumpkin was probably like this size. The large pumpkin is really big, and it almost
Can't take it down
it's
because then the iPad will fall
huge,
over.
and it used up a whole lot of fiber fill. As like a large bag, I have about a quarter left, right?
It's a fat pumpkin.
It is a fat pumpkin. So once I was comfortable with that, then I decided that I was going to cut into this and use this as a side of my pumpkin because I am an overachiever, right? Right. So
Except when it comes to marriage.
I'm not even see because I was like, no, I just shot low, aim low. Okay. Anyways. Sean, this is what you get for helping a brother out. So,
What? What?
I'm trying to think. Many moons ago, when you got the
Fox?
Corvair,
Okay.
the Corvair, and the guy, and it's not Hesperia, the guy with the parts where you're getting the parts from.
Ridgecrest.
Yeah. So there's a little tiny. Remember their little tiny shop, fabric shop that we went to? Is it in Hesperia?
Oh, did we go to one in this?
Yeah.
Yes, we did. Well, yes, we did. I know the one you're talking
So
about.
right, so there's
Yes,
a little
yes.
tiny shop. This is how long ago it was, because he's
Right.
on to another car, right?
Yep.
We bought. I bought this a stabilizer, and it holds its form. People use it for bags. If you look on YouTube, I think it's called Bonsall in Inner Form. It basically helps a bag to hold the shape without using a fusible web or whatever, right? And that one is fused. The Bonsall, whatever it is you can fuse it, right? The one I saw it at that quilt shop. I bought it. I put it away, and then I had the great idea to use it for this
Pumpkins.
pumpkin, right?
It looks great.
Yeah, it does. But here's the thing: it's not fusible, and I couldn't find a way. So I had to have the fabric stick to the.
Glue.
Yeah, it's glue. But wow, what glue?
Spray glue.
Spray glue. And then where do you do the spray glue?
Not inside the house because it
Yes,
gets
you
everywhere.
do. You use you use a mailbox. This is what I did. I used a mailbox that I had got fabric in, and it was already open. I took the piece of what is the stabilizer,
Stabilizer
right?
fabric.
And well, the stabilizer only. I put it in there, and I used quilt basting spray, and I spray basted it in the box. Took it out, and I slapped it onto the fabric, and this is more like it, right? This is how it came out. So it worked pretty well, right? These two fabrics are what I got from Primitive.
Mm-hmm.
Just explain, right? So, this is an acorn. Can you
is.
tell?
Well, you know what? I don't know if you can really tell that, but in real life,
In real life, you can tell?
you can tell. Yeah, I
Okay.
knew right away what that was.
Because I was trying to use as much of this as I could. And so I didn't use Interform, I used, what did I use? Heat and Bond or Pellon Fusible, double-sided Fusible to do this. And it may be facing the wrong way from the pattern, but I don't care. It's mine. And so what's left is, because I have the stuff that stays up by itself,
Right, you don't really got.
I don't have to stuff it, which is good because I don't have any more stuffing because Fatty Pumpkin over there ate it all. So this is what it looks like, and I'm pretty happy with it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We're stressing. Well, Terry was stressing. Yeah, you were over what we're going to use for the tops of the pumpkins because it's nowhere near holiday season, and we have come up with
Sticks.
sticks, rolled up
branches.
felt, branches, and also wine corks because people might drink wine here. Okay.
Can we
So,
have some wine?
huh?
Can we have some wine?
after this is done, which
Oh,
is pretty
yeah.
much is done. I was going to show you guys my aprons, but I'll talk about that next time because I've been working in aprons and stuff too. Okay?
The
But
aprons are amazing.
they're alright.
No, they're amazing.
They're alright, but I have birthdays and stuff coming up. And Mother's Day is
Michelle's
coming up.
birthday's today.
Michelle who? Girian?
Girian.
Gosh! Okay. So, oh man, I gotta make her an apron.
You have two.
No, but she's okay. Anyways, so Mother's Day is coming up tomorrow. So if you guys watch this today, or tomorrow, whenever, Happy Mother's Day for all of you that mother. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You have a positive thought? No? Okay.
She should have gave me a heads up.
You know,
I mean, I
this is
can't-
positively crafting. We always end up with a positive thought. My positive thought for the week is to not give credit to the negativity.
There you go.
Okay.
That's good.
Because no matter what, somebody's always going to say something negative, but they don't count. Hold up the positive and ignore the negative, right?
Yeah.
Right. And, okay, that's it. Anything else you have to add? Nope? Okay, good.
She did applique. We didn't even talk about it.
Because it's only a 30-minute show.
Okay.
Yeah, so next time, and you know, I think this one needs a little more structure. So next time it'll probably be more structure.
More structure.
And less impromptu.
And maybe
But it
I'll
was
be
done.
here because we might do the same thing next week.
Here, you guys.
Why not?
What do you contribute to my background?
Background?
White balance.
White
Yeah, I
balance.
said it. Anyways, that's all for this episode. And I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Knitting, crocheting, working on your cars, sewing,
Positively
quipping,
crafting.
and yeah, positively crafting. And well, you're supposed to wait because I say I hope you join me next time here in my house where I'll be.
Positively crafting.
There you go. Bye.